Welcome once again to the channel No Spare Planet. This is a channel that focuses on, discusses and analyzes the importance of conservation as the best preventative measure against it. And talking about climate change, Botswana, as a signatory of the 2015 Paris Agreement, has, through Parliament, passed a crucial document last year, 2021, the Climate Change Policy. In there, it is highlighted that NGOs and faith-based organizations should take active role in the fight against the effects of climate change. A church known by this channel to be responding very well to this call is the St. Bridget Catholic Church in Tonota. In here, a group has been formed by the name Friends of the Earth. The group's first initiative is planting of trees. Following a letter written by the Bishop of Francistown, the Right Reverend Anthony Rebello, as emphasis of the Pope's book, the St. Bridget's parish priest, Reverend Father Anthony Konu, never looked back in motivating his flock to plant trees as a conservation measure. The 14-member group has so far planted 44 trees comprising both shade and fruit trees, beginning with the area around the grotto, a place of worship. The initiative has attracted a government department that deals with tree planting, and Friends of the Earth members were invited to participate in a tree planting demonstration by the department in the outskirts of Tonota recently.
Dearly beloved, we are embarking upon this project today, the beginning of our work as those of us who call ourselves Friends of the Earth. And when we call ourselves Friends of the Earth, we are just trying to fulfill the mandate that God gave to the first persons He created. If you go to Genesis chapter 2, verse 15, when God created man, God planted a garden in Eden, and then He put the man there and gave him an instruction, a duty to perform, to cultivate the earth, cultivate that garden and take care of it. So the Lord God then took the man and settled him in the Garden of Eden to cultivate and care for it. Many people don't understand that when God put us on this earth, we are to care for the earth. We are just thinking of how to exploit. If you see a tall tree, you are just thinking of how to saw it and get planks. If you see a big forest, you are just thinking of how to cut it and cultivate crops. We are not thinking of how to improve what God has put over there. And so human beings are just exploiting and destroying God's creation, not knowing that the obligation you have been given to take care of the earth is for our good. Pope Francis, in his letter to the world, Laudato Si, which is St. Francis of Assisi's song of praise. Oh God, how great you are, I praise you for the creation. And he sees every created thing as a friend. And Pope Francis was explaining that, look, The earth is our only home. You don't have an alternative to planting of trees. And that is why when we begin with this one, we are encouraging us that we should start planting trees within our own surroundings and environment and taking care of them. I would wish that we could have trees all over here. But this is just the beginning. And we are the pioneers of this. Let us take it up and ask God to help us so that what we have begun now will not just be what we are doing, but be an education to people. A taxi driver who brought the children here stopped over. He said, "What are you doing?" Yes. "Oh, you are planting trees." Before you notice it, you will carry it. You go and do it. When I planted over 30 acres of trees on a diocesan plot in my diocese, I did it as after work job. 5 o'clock, I'll go and be planting of the trees. Then I brought some young people from my place to come and clear in between the trees. They learned their lesson. They went home. They started planting trees. Instead of educating people and forcing them, we need to do it enthusiastically so that they get excited and interested. So you are welcome. Planting of trees is one thing, but growing the trees is the next thing, which is the watering. And I am grateful that you are giving your assurance that when we plant the trees, we'll be watering them and sooner or later see them. God bless you. Amen.
Amen. Re sa itse gore di dira jang ko diteng le gone gore a le lona le itse le gone go di lema jaanong tota se re se tetseng tsatsi eno re tlile go bona hela gore setlhare se lemiwa jang ga ke itse mo gongwe dithuto tse e leng gore le fila gore le ka le batla go ditse ke sa di bua le ka botsa le ka kgela mme hela go sena go gakgamalo mongwe a re mahoko a kgotla mante otlhe a ke re tlile go share experience le gore ba gongwe ba ntse ba dira jang ko ba dirang ka teng gongwe le ka 2 to 3 of you ba ka bua gore ba ntse ba lema jang hela gore tle re kgone go tsenelela mo tirong ya rona
ka gore nna ke le makola ke nna ke nne ditlhare di tshwanela ke go ka e le gore ke nnengu ka biana hela di dile ke teng ya gone go tshiko teng ya nka tla ke motho la teng gore ke nnile e pa le dile le tsona ebile le ko teng ke a kgamalla le go tsile le tsona nna kana ke ha ke re ke pile le go ke le ama be ke tsenya sekgato gape ebile le lesesane yana gore ka setlhare se se sesane ke tsala gore se ikhutsa se tla itlhobothale ko